What's happening, my Jacked family? Coach Scott here, jackedafter40.com and shreddedafter40.com. In today's video, we're going to talk about the best diet to get lean after 40, and is there a best diet to get lean after 40? This is the area of fat loss that is the most overwhelming, causes the most confusion, and it's probably because there's such contradicting information out there. Every diet claims to be the best diet. They all have supporting evidence, science to back up their claims, they have case studies, and they have a massive following of people who are raving about their approach. But when you look at the big picture here, how can the carnivore diet be the best diet to get lean after 40 when a vegetarian diet also has supporting evidence, case studies, and followers that say it's the best approach to getting lean after 40? You have the low carb diets that are claiming they're best, and you have the high carb diets that claim to be the best. You have the intermittent fasters who skip breakfast and claim that that approach is the best and have evidence support that that's the best. And then you have the people who prefer to have their biggest meal of the day as their breakfast. So if all of these contradicting diet approaches are working for some people and they all claim to be the best, which one is the best? They're all on opposite ends of the spectrum. Now, if there was a single best diet to get lean after 40, I'd be following it, and every single one of my clients would be following the exact same diet. But the truth is, if you look at my food journal and the food journal of all my clients, they are all different. We all enjoy different foods. Some of us prefer to consume more protein in our diet, while others prefer to consume more fats or carbs. Some of us prefer to consume the same number of calories each and every day in the ballpark, while others prefer to have some higher days, some lower days. Some feel better when they skip breakfast, while others feel better when they consume a larger breakfast. Some prefer to consume 3 meals per day. Some prefer to consume 5 or 6 meals per day. Some feel better if they, and perform better, stick to their diet better, if they're consuming a small treat each and every day, while others prefer to hold off their treat until the weekend. Maybe it's just one day per week where they indulge in their favorite treats, and they feel better restricting from those treats throughout the week. So we are all different. All of our food journals look different. All of our diets are different, but the underlying principles to get lean after 40 are exactly the same. We're all aiming for a weekly calorie target while ensuring that we're getting an adequate amount of each macronutrient and each micronutrient. And we're all building upon our own natural eating tendencies, fitting our diet to our lifestyle rather than forcing our lifestyle to fit our diet. It's really important that we're consuming the foods and the meals that we absolutely love and enjoy. It's just as important, actually most important, to focus on consuming foods and meals that allow us to feel our best, perform our best, and live our life to the fullest. What that means is that most of the time we're consuming whole, natural, nutrient-rich foods, but we also recognize that consuming our favorite treats also helps us feel our best, live our life to the fullest, sometimes even perform our best. So working in, striking that right balance of what suits you best, not what suits me best. And the main thing is that we have a heightened sense of awareness. Each of us are paying attention to how our bodies respond to certain meals, certain foods, and what allows us to feel our best, perform our best, what kind of affects us in a way that makes us crash at times, but recognizing that, all right, it's okay once in a while to have a treat or something that causes us to crash at the appropriate time if we don't have to work out afterwards as well. So again, it's all personal, it's all individual. Like I said, none of our food journals are going to look the same, but they're always evolving, they're always changing, they're always growing. I actually find it pretty darn fascinating to see how my diet has evolved over the years. I reflect back to 10 years ago when I dropped the 50 pounds of fat. I was following a carb cycling approach there, where 3 days I'd be a little bit lower carbs, and on the 4th day I'd have a refeed. That's usually when I'd have my treat, and that suited me at that time because I couldn't consume just a tiny treat. I couldn't control myself. If I had a cookie, I had to have a lot more cookies. If I had a handful of chips, I had to eat a lot more of the chips. So it suited me at the time. It allowed me to stick to that diet plan at that time. But over the years, I learned to have a lot more control with those foods. I could eat them a lot better in moderation. I found that I felt a lot better consuming those foods in moderation. And if you have followed the Shredded After 40 Shred system, that 12-week fat loss plan, you see my 12-week food journal. I recorded every single food that went in my mouth, and you would see that I consumed a small treat each and every day. So it just showed the kind of evolution that I experienced during those years. But even during that time, I enjoyed a cheat day, a refeed day. Every Friday I'd be out with the guys and I would indulge. It was all planned. I would have lower calories throughout the week, even though I had a small treat each and every one of those days. Like it might be a Lindor chocolate or just a small tiny little treat that was maybe 200 calories at the most each and every day while keeping my calories pretty low. And then I have a refeed that was sometimes just to maintenance level calories, sometimes a little bit more than maintenance level calories. On the odd occasion, I would have a big refeed day and then have to make up for it for the days to come. But again, focused on the weekly calorie target, just like all of my clients are. So you could have a higher day, but you have to make up for it the rest of those days. So it was 4.5 years ago, the last time I ever had to go through a 12-week cutting phase. Since then, each year I've just had to do a 4-week mini cut, and it's been fun to kind of see how my mini cuts have evolved over the past few years. Was still including like the one cheat day or refeed day each week, but I was keeping those in check right around my maintenance level calories. I just, like 4.5 years ago, just got tired of how I felt when I would overindulge. I didn't like feeling full and bloated, going to bed with acid reflux and not sleeping well, being sluggish the next day, not feeling my best, not performing at my best. So I found if I kept my cheat days in check and didn't overindulge, if I just enjoyed myself, lived my life to the fullest, enjoyed all my favorite treats and stuff, but in moderation, responsibly, I felt so much better. And that just evolved. You could even see that I required less treats throughout the week. I have been craving more whole, natural, nutrient-rich foods more and more with each passing year, because those are the foods that allow me to feel my best, perform my best, and really live my life to the fullest. If I want a treat, if I desire a treat, I will have it, but that desire isn't there as much as it used to be. And when I do have it, I'd say I enjoy it even more than ever before. I like savor each and every bite. But yeah, there's just no restrictions. There's no forbidden foods. It's just I am going with what my body is craving, what I am craving. And sometimes it is the treat. Most of the times it's the whole natural nutrient-rich foods. And if you look at the Shredded After 40 4-week mini cut that I just published out there, which was the mini cut that I did January 2021, it was nothing but whole, natural, nutrient-rich foods. I started that mini cut thinking, all right, when I want to have a treat, if I have a desire for a treat, I'm going to have it. And each day, it just kept going where I'm like, you know what, I don't want a treat. I'm just gonna keep rolling with these whole natural nutrient-rich foods, because my workouts were on point. It was probably the best mini cut. It was the best mini cut that I've ever gone through, because I had so much energy from those whole natural nutrient-rich foods. They were making me feel satiated each and every day. And it was a mini cut where I kept my calories consistent each and every day, 2,000, 2,100 calories each and every day. There was no refeed up to maintenance level calories. So it was kind of neat to see how it evolved and how it became the best mini cut that I'd ever gone through. What I really hope you notice is that there is no label or identity to this best diet to get lean after 40. It's simply you building upon your own natural eating tendencies, having a heightened sense of awareness for the meals and foods that you consume that allow you to feel your best, perform your best, and live your life to the fullest. And that's gonna be a balance between whole, natural, nutrient-rich foods and a lot of your favorite treats as well. And just striking that right balance that suits you best. And recognizing that how you eat today isn't necessarily going to be how you eat a year from now. You're gonna continue making subtle improvements as you discover how you feel best, the subtle little changes that you make that allow you to feel even better. It's all about living your life to the fullest and sustaining this over the long term. We wanna enjoy this lifestyle, this jacked after 40 lifestyle for the long term, living our life to the fullest, giving the best of ourselves to the loved ones around us while living our own life to the fullest. I hope you found value in today's video. If you did, please do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you know a fellow bro who'd benefit from listening to today's video, do me a favor and share it with them. More than anything, I'd love to hear from you down in the comment section below. Share your thoughts, share your insights, share your feedback, and before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Jacked After 40. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you in the next video.